Curt Goetz, born Kurt Walter Götz, was a Swiss-German writer, actor and film director. Curt Goetz was regarded as one of the most brilliant comedy writers of his time in the German-speaking world. Together with his wife Valerie von Martins, he acted in his own plays and also filmed them. He was a distant relative of the Irish writer George Bernard Shaw, with whom he was often compared. Life and work. Kurt Walter Götz was born in Mainz, Germany as the son of the Swiss wine examiner Bernhard Götz, and his German wife of Italian and French descent, Selma. His father died in 1890. His mother then went with the 2-year-old Kurt to Halle, Saxony-Anhalt, where she managed a private clinic. In 1906 he completed the City High School in Halle, where he had played Franz Moor in The Robbers by Schiller. His mother remarried, and his stepfather encouraged and financed his first steps in the theatre. He studied acting under the Berlin actor Emanuel Riker, and in 1907 he made his stage debut at the Stadttheater in Rostock. In Rostock, he also wrote his first sketches for the stage. He then played at theatres in Nuremberg and then went to Berlin. In 1912 he played the lead in the silent movie Black Blood, directed by Harry Peel. In 1914 he married Erna Nitter, whom he divorced in 1917. Goetz continued acting in silent movies, mainly thrillers, for example, Ich mochte kein Mann sein, directed by Ernst Lubitsch in 1918. One of his colleagues from that time was the actor Max Lander. In 1923 he married Valerie von Martins, whom he had got to know while acting in Vienna. In Berlin, he started going on tour with Valerie, acting with her in his own productions. In 1939 he went to Hollywood to study filmmaking, and decided to remain there, along with Valerie, when war broke out. He worked with the director Reinhold Schunzel, among others, and several of his comedies were turned into films. Goetz obtained a contract with MGM and worked on a number of film scripts. After the success of the Greta Garbo movie Two-Faced Woman, he was offered a 5-year contract. However, he refused this, saying he had had enough experience with the American film industry. He and Valerie bought a chicken farm in Van Nuys, California and proceeded to breed chickens. In California, Goetz drafted his tale Tatjana and a new version of his Hocus Pocus. He also reworked an older play into the house in Montevideo, which he successfully produced in the Playhouse Theatre on Broadway in 1945. They returned to Europe in 1945, living in Switzerland by Lake Thun, where Goetz wrote some successful novels. The couple later moved to Liechtenstein. He died in Grabs, St. Gallen, on September 12, 1960. Works. The following lists a selection of his works that were published in German. Pieces for the theatre. Der Lampenschirm. Nachbeleuchtung 5 Einakter. Nachbeleuchtung, Lohengrin, Tobi, Minna Magdalena. Der Fliegende Geheimrat. Menagerie 4 Einakter. Der Spatz vom Dacher, Die Taube in der Hand, Der Hund im Hirn, Der Hahn im Korb. Ingeborg. Die Todtante and andere Begebenheiten 3 Einakter. Der Mörder, Das Märchen, Die Todtante, Hocus Pocus. Der Lerner und die Non. Frauenarzt Drive. Med. HIOB Pretorius. Das Haus in Montevideo. Hocus Pocus. Dr. Med. HIOB Pretorius. Nichtschneues in Hollywood. Miniature and 3 Einakter. Die Rache, Herbst die Kommode. Seifenblasen 3 Einakter. Ausbruch des Weltfriedens. Die Baccarole. Die Berengeschichte. Novels. Tatjana. Die Tod von Beverly Hills. Autobiography. Die Memoiren des Peter Hans von Binningen. Die Verwandlung des Peter Hans von Binningen. W.I.R. Wanden. Plays. Gesammelte Werke. Viel Spaß mit Curt Goetz, Fritz Frohling. Das große Curt Goetz Album, Bilder eines Lebens. Kurzgeschichten, Ergerätsliches. Curt Goetz, in deinem Sinne. Samtliche Bühnenwerke. Filmography. Director, The House in Montevideo. Actor and Prison Soul. Rose of the Wilderness. The Lady in Black. All for Money. The House in Montevideo. Hocus Pocus. Screenplay, Land of Love.